Hey, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to grip a skateboard. So the first thing you want to do is get the board out of the plastic. Today I'm going to be gripping Sticks SGV Shop Deck 8.25, and I'm going to be using some Sticks SGV Shop grip tape. Next, you're going to want to peel the paper off the bottom of the grip tape. The bottom of the grip tape is very sticky, so if you mess this up, you really can't recover. So you want to make sure you do it right the first time. I prefer the side-to-side technique. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to use my left hand first. And what I do is I typically just hold the grip tape with tension so it's not floppy, and I just line it up over the edge. An average sheet of grip tape is 9 inches wide, so if the board is 8.25, you do have some leeway. But once the board gets bigger, you have less room for error. I'm gonna use my left hand, I'm gonna just pinch it on the nose. I'm not gonna let go. I still have it in my right hand, but now the grip tape is applied to the nose of the board. And with tension still in the grip tape, I'm gonna slowly just kind of pat it down. And again, I'm left-handed, so I use my left hand. If you're right-handed, you could go right to left, or you could just slap it down. But this is how I do it. That's the trickiest part. I keep the paper to save my hands. I'm going to put it on top of the grip tape. I'm going to use this to just make sure there's no kind of air bubbles or anything. If there is, this will get it out. The next step is using a file and scraping the sides. Now, a lot of people don't do this. I've even seen videos of pros that skip this step. That's fine, but you're gonna go through a lot more razor blades, because what this step does is not only does it kind of make a line for you to know where to cut, but it's gonna sand down the grip tape, which is gonna make it easier to cut, and it's gonna put less friction and abuse on your razor blades, so these are gonna last longer. So I'm gonna hold the board over the counter and start scraping the sides. The next step is going to be lifting up the sides of the grip tape. You're not peeling the grip tape off the board, you're just lifting the part that you're about to cut off. You're lifting that up away from the side of the board. The next step is actually cutting the grip tape. So you're going to want to use a razor blade like this that has a sharp side and then a safety side. Again, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to hold the blade with my left hand. I'm going to put the grip tape hanging over the counter. But before I do that, I almost forgot. I like to cut the four corners. So the nose and the tail, right where it curves up, I do a little slash because it relieves the tension and it doesn't make it so tough to pull the blade around. So once you're ready to go, I like to start on the top left corner of the board. You're gonna hold the blade at approximately 45-degree angle, and you're gonna pull the blade toward you. Another common mistake I see is people holding the blade like this and they push it away from themselves. I don't know if it's because they're afraid of the blade coming toward them, but as long as your hand isn't in the path, you're totally fine. So just keep your other hand on the board away from the line that's gonna be cut. You're gonna start at one of the corners, and then if you've done all the other steps correctly, it should just kind of glide right through the grip tape. So now your grip tape is applied. You have this funny looking excess grip tape that you cut off. The last thing that I do is I like to get the excess part that I cut off. I'll fold it and make like a little triangle, and then I like to just sand the edge. I don't go crazy and sand off a whole layer of grip tape, but I just kind of like to do the edge like so. Just like that. If you have really, really grippy grip tape and you think it's too grippy, this is a good way to just kind of sand it down and take a little bit of that grit off. It'll make your shoes last longer. And if you have any trouble with too much grip when you're trying to flick, it might remedy that as well. If you're at a skate shop, please make sure that you throw your trash away. Your mom doesn't work at the skate shop, and the people that work there don't want to clean up after you. Last step is to poke the holes. So you're going to turn the board over. We use an old screwdriver that has a sharp edge. And then I like to do this circular movement. What it does is it kind of wears out the grip tape a little bit so that when you're putting the hardware in there, it's easier to do. And that's how you grip a board. Thank you for watching. If you want to win this board, just make sure that you're following CurbDad and Sticks SGV, and then leave a comment on this video, and I will pick either the funniest or the most thoughtful comment to give you this board. You gotta be somewhere that is close by to pick it up. Good luck. Thanks for watching.